We live in times where buildings crumble and empires fall. Police running these streets, they got a plan for us all. Lost souls fall victim to this devilish spell. Chase that money, trying to find heaven, fall deeper in hell. Bums starving in the streets, begging for something to eat. Brothers claiming that they righteous but sell dope to their peeps. Rather poison their own blood than get a check from the beast. You ain't safe in these streets unless you carrying heat. It ain't peace to show love, either you cripple you blood. So in following the trend, everybody wanna be thugs. How we gon' war with the beast when it's a war amongst us? They got us murdering each other over money and drugs. Treating our queens like some shit while they f***ing these ducks. Women judge men by money, I guess they gave up on love. Children acting out in school, but who they get it from us? They full of anger, need attention, but can't get it from us. Single mothers working hard, fathers locked up in jail. She need the strength, can't get a mind, ain't got no money for bail. It's a cycle that we in and we were set up to fail. Though somehow through it all, we still seem to prevail.
Will we wake up someday? The youth killing off each other, will it change? With so many of our leaders in the graves. I wonder, will we wake up someday?
Wonder will we wake up, people. That's what we here to do. Here to help the people wake up. Once again, you got the gift of justice coming at you with lesson 3. You know we gonna get into, my qualifications. Just to let you know, I'm qualified, certified, and bona fide. Right now this song is called Wake Up. It's on Lord Sun's album, Sun Cycle. Available on all platforms, streaming on iTunes, Amazon, all the music sites, Google Play, Tidal, Spotify. So check them out, man. The song is called Wake Up off the album Sun Cycle. Peace to the Lord Sun. Angels Inc. 99 Attributes. Wake up, people. Alright, now let's get into it. Peace to the free inhabitant. Once again, for letting me share his platform. Giving me the knowledge that I needed to proceed to win this war out here amongst the devils trying to hold us back, hold us down, but they can't stop us, man. They can't stop us. All it takes is the heart of a lion, Can't be fearful, can't be scared. Word. But anyways, let me get into this. This is going to be short and sweet and to the point, So, my name is Gift of Justice. As I told you before, I'm coming with lesson 3. Just to let y'all know out there, I am a certified paralegal. I went to Rutgers University, took a course, and on paralegal classes. It was a short course, about 300-400 hours. But it did give me the knowledge and wisdom to gain overstanding on the legal side of the law. So it taught me a few things. After years of challenging these court systems and losing, winning sometime, but just, filing paperwork, once I met the free inhabitant, he showed me the private side of the game, and started studying more and more and more. And then I started to combine both aspects, the aspect that I knew already, that was my heart and soul, because, I would never go out without fighting. Even when I lacked a lot of knowledge on the law, I still fought. Once I met the free inhabitant, he gave me the private side of the law, showing me a lot of jewels, a lot of case law, a lot of the, our natural rights. Our natural rights as free inhabitants, as living souls, So, I had a a few issues that allowed me to sit down and be still. A few issues that I was dealing with, and once that came to fruition, I was able to sit down and be still, and that's when I decided to go to school. I had the time on my hands, so I was looking up the courses, and I found, I'm like, you know what? I really want to be a counsel. I won't call myself a layman or a lawyer or an esquire, or attorney, or one that turns you into the court, ones that turn the case around, and not an esquire. That's one that, swears allegiance to foreign entities and foreign powers, so I'm actually a counsel. And if you look up in the Constitution, it tells you everybody is allowed counsel of their choice. It doesn't say everybody's allowed a lawyer of their choice or esquire of their choice. No, they say counsel. And the word counsel is somebody that you look to provide assistance. So, so that's what we are. So now, through this school, I learned how to properly file paperwork, how to properly write up affidavits. Let me introduce this to you real quick. See right there, I had to redact my name. That right there is only for serious inquiries, serious inquiries. You see the date, March 13th, 2019. I received that, and I actually graduated with a 94 grade average, it was just right up my alley. I just, I love the law game. I love the legal work. I love figuring things out. I love challenging people. That's my passion. That's what we do over here, But through the school, they taught, how to investigate, do proper research, things of that nature. It's a lot of little intricacies that go into the game, that they're not going to tell you about it. You got to pay. You got to pay. You got to pay to play, But anyways, so my specialty is, writing up paperwork. I'm a DSP provider. We assist in pro se matters, and not only pro se, because the actual word pro se is an artificial person. It's comparing you. It makes you an artificial person when you just use the word pro se. And right here, I'm gonna pull up a canon that will show you what I'm talking about. See, pro se, canon 2802. Pro se is the principle of law that one may advocate on their own behalf before court concerning a matter controversy for which they have been named as a party rather than commissioning another. Pro se is Latin, meaning for one's own behalf. But pay attention, there are 3 forms of pro se. The first form, just pro se is without any qualification and is assumed to mean pro se in rem, which translates to for one's own property or simply under the full jurisdiction of the Roman court as a thing. Get that? So all you people just writing pro se on your paperwork, you have to cut that out. You know what I mean? Because it's making you a thing. Now, the second one, pro se in vivis, which translates to for one's own behalf in one's own flesh and blood, which means one who attends or visits the court as a living flesh and blood man can claim such a fact, and therefore is outside the jurisdiction of the courts and cannot deal with anything but corporations and persons. You see? flesh and blood man puts you outside of the court's jurisdiction. The courts can only deal with corporations and persons. That's what they make you when you don't exercise your rights. You know, when you don't claim pro se in the vivis, when your name's in all capital letters. They're making you a corporation because they're a corporation, and corporations can only deal with corporation. You see, that's half the battle right there. Once we learn these little nuances of the game, you'll see when you go to court, things will start to work in your favor a little better. You know what I mean? So that's just a little something. You know what I mean, but yeah, but through school, you know, I've learned how to use Google properly in my research. You know, there's a lot of shortcuts to Google that I never knew about. You know, certain ways, like when you're looking up stuff, you could write it in certain ways. You could use certain slashes and italics and this and that. That will bring you right to the subject that you're looking for, and it won't put you all over the place. I mean, I've also, you know, learned how to read and study case law properly, because all case law is not good case law. Certain case law has been ruled on and overturned, and that's what they go with. They go with the last opinion of the judge, which case law is actually just opinions also. You know, it's not nothing that's etched in stone. Case law can be overturned. Case law can be turned, can be reversed at any time. If another judge rules it a certain way, then, you know, then it's overturned, and then that case law stands. It's called precedent. That's when they set different precedents. You know, so that's our job too, is the people. You know, we have to start fighting these cases. We can set precedent. Just because it's ruled in one way, or a judge has an opinion of it one way, doesn't mean that it's etched in stone. That means that we have to make our own, you know, set our own precedents, you know, and we do that by fighting back hard, you know. But we also file proper lawsuits. You know, we help people write those up. We help people fix their credit, you know, stuff like that. So we're here to assist in your matters. I mean, we're not here to advise you. I'm not a lawyer. We do not give legal advice, but we do give legal info. You know, it's a tricky and it's a slippery slope, because they tell us, okay, they tell you, oh, you can't practice law, can't give legal advice, but it's called UPL, the unauthorized practice of law. But there is no how should I say it? There's no crime. There is no, you know, there's no real punishment for that. The only punishment is a fine, or if you have any type of certificates and this and that, they report you to the proper authorities, as far as the bar association or the paralegal association, and they suspend you and stuff like that. But in their actual laws and rules, as far as the state goes with these statutes, there is no actual crime called unauthorized practice of law. It's very vague, and every state has a different definition, which means that it's bogus. But yes, we are DSP providers. We will assist people that's standing firm on their own behalf. We assist you. What we do is we tell you, I could tell you what I would do if I was in that situation. I can't tell you what to do. It's up to you what to do, but I can advise you on what I would do if I was in that situation. That's a big thing right there. So, so if your lawyer is not doing a proper job, if you think that your lawyer is not assisting you in the way that you want them to, or they're just basically trying to sell you out to the state, then you have a right to fire that lawyer, and handle things on your own. 9 times out of 10, you'll end up saving a lot more money. You end up in better predicaments, So, and actually, a lawyer's job, a lawyer's first priority, which I said in my last video, is not to you. A lawyer's first priority is to the state, then to the court, then to you. So you're third in line. And that actually makes a lawyer, it actually makes a lawyer violating their own canons. Because if you're somebody's lawyer, your allegiance should be to the person first. You shouldn't have any allegiance to any private companies or corporations that's going to take precedent over the client. You know, their allegiance is to you. So know that. But we also have paperwork for that too. We have paperwork that you can have a lawyer sign that 9 times out of 10 they won't sign it. They're gonna run from it because what it does is it puts them on record saying that they're gonna represent you as a natural person, not a corporate person. You know, they're gonna represent your best wishes first. So that's how you really figure out if the lawyer is gonna be for your best interest or not. But we have that paperwork also. You know, corpus. You ever heard of corpus juris secundum? Volume 7, Section 4. It even tells you in there that lawyers can only represent infants. That's people that have not of the age of majority. They can only represent minors and people not of sound mind. So that's deep when you think about it right there. You know, so with all that being said, you know, we're here for the betterment of the people to better the system. You know, because the system it actually can be a good system if it's not ran by these corrupt people. And it's up to us to change that. If we sit back and just keep taking the foot up our ass, then and that's exactly what they're gonna do. You know, they're gonna stick it further and further and further up until you're gonna be tasting shoe polish, you know? So, you know, we're just here trying to give some assistance to help the people better themselves, you know. Now, you should also do your own research, you know. Doing your own research will cost you nothing. You know, I got a lot of people hitting me up in the emails, phone calls, stuff like that, trying to, you know, probe information off of me and stuff. You know, that's all good, fine and dandy, you know, but you know, our time is not just free for the just you know, we don't have time to just sit around and just, you know, answer phone calls or debate and politics with people all day. You know, we're here for serious inquiries only. You know, serious inquiries only. You know, we give out information on, you know, through the videos and things like that, you know, but it's up to you people. You have to study. You want to better yourself. You know what I mean? So basically with that being said, you know, I told you I wasn't trying to make this long, this short and brief, just letting you know that I am a paralegal. I got my credentials from Rutgers University. That's a state university accredited law school in New Jersey. Finished with a 94 grade average, you know, and I just love doing what I do. You know what I mean? So if you need any assistance with or any questions, or you know, you want a consultation, you know, hit up the email. It's gonna be down below. Gifted Justice, once again, you know, and I'm looking forward to kicking it with the people, you know. Once again, peace to free inhabitant. Peace to the family out there, you know, peace to everybody that has donated. Peace to all the brothers and sisters that, you know, we done kicked it with on the phone. You know, hopefully you do well in your endeavors. And just keep studying, man. Just keep studying, man. You know, we gonna wake up one day. Now, I like to say peace. And as I go, remember this: a coward dies 1,000 deaths, but a soldier dies but once. But he don't really die because he becomes a martyr. All right, with that being said, I'm out. I want to leave you with this last song. Lord's Son, Wake Up, off his debut album called Sun Cycle. It's streaming on all platforms. Make sure y'all check it out. You know, support the brothers. They do nice, positive music. Lord's Son, Angels Inc. Angels with a Z, Angelz. You know, check those brothers out. They doing nice, big things out here, man. Gifted Justice. Signing out.
Lost souls fall victim to this devilish spell. Chase that money, trying to find heaven, fall deep in hell. Bums starving in the streets, begging for something to eat. Brothers claiming that they righteous, but sell dope to their peeps. Rather poison their own blood than get a check from the beast. You ain't safe in these streets unless you carrying heat. It ain't peace to show love, either you crip or you blood. So in following the trend, everybody wanna be thugs. How we gon' war with the beast when it's a war amongst us? They got us murdering each other over money and drugs. Treating our queens like it's while they f***ing these ducks. Women judge men by money, I guess they gave up on love. Children acting out in school, but who they get it from us? They full of anger, need attention, but can't get it from us. Single mothers working hard, fathers locked up in jail. She need the strength, can't get a mind, ain't got no money for bail. It's a cycle that we in and we were set up to fail. Though somehow through it all, we still seem to prevail.
Wonder will we wake up someday? The youth killing off each other. Will it change? When so many of our leaders in the grave. I wonder will we wake up someday?
There ain't no telling where this road gon' take me. I just keep grinding, devils trying, but I can't let them break me. Gotta keep my mind right, shine bright, this world going crazy. Dope heads on the corner, I'm like body just babies. 17 running wild with their guns off safety. I call them loose cannons, little dudes gang banging. Big guns ride out, state boys hide out. Weak links sell them out. It's a cutthroat world and the sharks is out in full force. And they hunger for you and yours. Slipping out, you grinding like food between their jaws. They got no boundaries, no principles, the law. This the wildest generation we ever saw. Still I refuse to believe they are lost cause. Fighting for survival while they up against all odds. From the drug epidemic they falling off, to the cops coming through with sawed off.